All right, speaking of Shad Khan, let's transition into our pitiful Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to be talking about Byron Leftwich and Adrian Wilson, an executive for the Arizona Cardinals right now, who's rumored, if Byron gets to be the head coach, which I think a lot of us are still holding out on, that can be the case. Then we'll kind of briefly talk about Trent Baalke and Shad Khan continuously giving him this opportunity. But I did just get word on Twitter at 3:03 p.m.
What happened?
By John Reed. Jaguars scouts are at the Senior Bowl currently, not GM Trent Baalke.
I wouldn't put too much into that, though.
I wouldn't either, but the thing is, when we talk about the Jags, obviously, there was the clown movement. Then this whole offseason, it was fire Baalke, and to this day, everything is still fire Trent Baalke. The national media, former players are coming out and saying, former players for the Jaguars are still coming out and saying, why does Trent Baalke still have a job? His track record speaks for itself. He's been an impediment on the Jaguars' success moving forward and will be. He's not helping, right? And that's an issue. And Shad Khan, from what it appears like, and I actually believe this because it's the only thing that would currently make sense, is Shad Khan's giving Trent an opportunity to say, hey, because the rumors have already came out that Shad and his son Tony both want Byron Leftwich and Adrian Wilson, which is what I would say a huge consensus of our fan base wants, including myself, right? Is that they're going to give Trent this opportunity to say, hey, look, most of these head coaching candidates have not came out and even interviewed for the Jags because you're here, or they've said, I'm not going to work with you, a.k.a. Byron Leftwich, and a lot of head coaches. So unless you find a pairing that's going to be better than Byron and Adrian Wilson, which good luck finding one, you can have your job until then. And if you can't do that, you're gone. That's essentially what's been going on these last couple of weeks. I think we're going to get some news in these next 2 to 3 days. I actually predicted tomorrow, but I think by this weekend, Baalke's going to officially be out. I feel it. Shad's tired of it. He wants to get the head coach in here. It's been 48 days since we fired Urban Meyer. I believe Byron Leftwich and Adrian Wilson are coming to Jacksonville. I know there was the reports of Rich Spielman, former Vikings GM, very, very great GM, got interviewed as well this past weekend alongside Doug Peterson with his second interview. Vic Fangio got interviewed, but I believe that's for a coordinator job.
Which is dumb.
Correct, I agree. Same thing with Rich Pasala, interim head coach for the Vegas Raiders. He obviously didn't get the job. Josh McDaniels did. Jaguars, this has been such a stressful, emotional, hectic, annoying week to be a Jags fan. Jags Twitter's been going effing crazy the last 2 weeks. I am a part of it, and it's crazy. I still believe, and I'm here to say still, Byron Leftwich and Adrian Wilson will be in the Jacksonville Jaguars, but nothing's announced yet. Nothing's official yet. Everything is still speculation. That is just my personal belief on it. Darian, floor is yours.
This is bad, embarrassing, dog. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm drained from talking about it. As you can see, like, my whole mood has just changed now because this team just makes me so mad. I said it was dumb, not because of the Vic Fangio being the head coach, coordinator. I think it's dumb to even interview for coordinator positions when you don't have a head coach in place, right? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's dumb. But this whole team is ass backwards. This whole franchise is, and it's embarrassing, bro. Like, I get Shad doing this, but why do this? This makes no sense.
He wants them, and the whole fan base does.
Bro, like, why? You're the owner at the end of the day, bro. What you say goes. You know what I'm saying? If you feel that Byron and Adrian are the guys for the job, fuck what Baalke says.
Yep.
Who cares?
Look at his track.
It's your team. Like I get the only silver lining for this whole Baalke situation is that he didn't get a fair shot because Urban messed everything up. Well, in reality, you could really blame Baalke for this as well because it takes two to tango. I mean, like, it ain't like
Urban hired himself.
Yeah, it ain't like her. Yeah. I mean, like, it wasn't like Urban hired himself. You guys came in as a duo. We all knew if Urban got hired, Baalke would be retained and stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like Urban made all these draft picks. It was a lot of Baalke. Now, of course, Baalke did make some good draft picks, and I guess it's another silver lining. But also, the counter to that is, look who we brought in for agency. It was a dumpster fire, bro. We had the most money to spend cap.
We didn't spend like any of it.
You and Urban's excuse was, and I remember this verbatim, is like, oh, it's because of COVID. We didn't get the guy. We didn't get the
we didn't get the in-person interviews.
Yeah, no one did. Yeah, no one did, bro. Did. So just stuff like that happened over the summer, bro. Like, you just know, like, look at his track record, bro. I mean, like, his 2014, 8-8, fired Jim Harbaugh, who had a good career at Michigan.
Took him to the Super Bowl.
Took him to the Super Bowl, had Colin Kaepernick as his quarterback, Alex Smith, did some good things with them, had a good 10-year at Michigan. Now he's heading back to the NFL, right? So it wasn't his fault. You fired Jim Tusula, I don't know who that is, but he went 5-11. Then you fired Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly was terrible, but you hired him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Went 2-14. You fired Doug Marrone, which I think was an affair.
You had to do.
You had to do, but looking back on it,
you still fired somebody,
and you should have kept him because he would have done a way better job than Urban Meyer did.
But he went to Alabama.
Yeah. So, and then you fired Urban Meyer mid-season, which was a dumpster fire from. But I'll give you that. You didn't make that hire. I'm pretty sure Shad made that hire.
Shad wanted Urban.
So, and I get why Shad might be a little hesitant because he's fucked up. You know, he's made a lot of bad football decisions. And I get that, but at the same time, bro, like
here's the fan base.
Here's the fan base, and like another thing too, you heard what happened in the end of the season. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, like as a businessman, you don't want to give the media and public satisfaction that you messed up, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to hold out. It's kind of like the, you know what I'm saying, the, what do you call it?
Your ego.
Ego, or the smartest man in the room syndrome. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be wrong. But at the same time, bro, like, you see what's going on with the search. It's 48 days. And you got to be one of the most patient people amongst that walk this earth,
Him
bro.
And Jerry Jones, I swear to God, the most patient people
I think he's
ever.
more patient than Jerry Jones, bro, because there's no way in hell you let 48 days go by like this. And the offseason, there's 3 head coaches already been hired at jobs. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you'll probably... Four. I mean, of course, you had your eyes on Eberflus with Baalke. That was supposed to be a pairing, but Eberflus took the better opportunity as of right now. I don't blame him either. Hackett took the better opportunity as well with Denver.
McDaniels to the Raiders.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, even though McDaniels never even made an attempt to... There's another thing too. A lot of candidates didn't
want to interview with Baalke.
Didn't even put an application because they knew what was happening. So Shad is witnessing this. You see what's going on, bro, and it's embarrassing, man. Like, I mean, I know you don't care about what people think. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, I guess it's what you're
to an extent. That's okay.
That's okay with you because we've been getting blasted. We've been getting humiliated this last month and a half, right?
National media's gone off on us.
We've never been taught like this before in my fanhood of being a Jaguars, unless that outside of the 2017 season.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. This is like one of the most embarrassing things that we've ever gone. This is like Cleveland Brown.
Yeah,
embarrassing. Like to the point that the NFL might have to step in and tell you, like, hey, dude,
get it together.
What the hell are you doing? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, do you need help? Like, do you need help during this process? Like, media is telling you this. Your peers.
The
coaches,
entire fan base. You made national headlines. National headlines.
Everybody knows that Baalke should not be retained, right? Yeah. And I don't know what y'all's relationship is. Like, obviously,
is he honeypotting him?
Baalke must have some shit on you, dog. Because
he's blackmailing him.
Gotta be.
You gotta be blackmailing, but I doubt it.
I don't. But it has to be something. Why are you so reluctant to keeping him? I don't get it. Like, even if it's
you know the guy for 1 year.
1 year. Right, 1 year. It's a business, dog. You're a businessman. You should know, like, okay, bro, let's go cut ties with him. Especially if you bring in someone like Spellman from the Vikings, who has a way better track record than Baalke.
Much better. And,
like, I don't get it, dog. I mean, if Baalke wants to be a part of the organization, put him as head scout or something like that, dog. I mean, like,
put him as
if he wants to be in football, cool. Put him as head scout.
Put him as a vice president of football operations.
Something like that, bro.
You have some level of power, but you're not overseeing all of the power. But kind of like a guy like Tom Coughlin did a couple of years ago. Even then, I still say no to Baalke.
But still, like, you have a GM. You don't have Baalke and David Caldwell paired together. But anyways, I mean, my thing is, bro, I think you're right, and I'm agreeing with it. I think there's so much scrutiny. There's so much embarrassment happening these last 48 days. I think Baalke will be fired at the end of this year. And if not in this year, but in a few days or so, or he'll be demoted or whatever to a position in the Jaguars facility.
Yeah, and I put this out on Twitter the other day, and we'll kind of wrap up this Jags topic in 1 second. I said, here's some of the perks of hiring Byron, and obviously Twitter, you're limited on characters. You can't put everything, but I put, just what came to mind, and the tweet was like everyone was agreeing. Former QB, and he played for the Jaguars. 2-time Super Bowl winner, obviously with Tampa Bay, with Tom Brady, then also in Pittsburgh as well. Mm-hmm. Proven coaching. He was handpicked by Bruce Arians to call the plays, and he was handpicked by one of the best coaches in the NFL. He's a great leader of men. Diversity and inclusion, which as much as y'all don't want to talk about that, that's something that definitely would be another plus up, right? And I had some people get back to me, that shouldn't be a reason to hire him. Sorry, it's definitely something you got to consider. And he wants to coach in Jacksonville. How much more obvious can it be?
Yeah.
And especially during Black History Month, with everything going on right now with social justice that we've been doing the last couple of years, and now with everything going on with Brian Flores, could you tell me a better time to say, hey, let me go and hire Byron Leftwich, a black head coach, and get a black GM in here too. I'm not saying you hire them based off this color of their skin, but their resume and the culture shock that they can bring to Jacksonville and revamp it is something you would consider along with their resume. And that would be, this is the perfect time to hire 2 African Americans for a team and a quarterback that desperately needs it. That's where I'm at with the Jags. They're going to be, I'll say Baalke will be demoted or fired by the end of this week. It's going to happen, and that's my last statement on the Jaguars.
Yeah, I mean, if somehow, some way Baalke can, because I saw like rumors of them trying to put together this immaculate staff with Vic Fangio as DC, the former interim head coach for the Raiders, Rich Basala as a special team coach. You bring in someone like Doug Peterson. You bring in someone like Spellman. I mean, if Baalke can do this, well, shit. Then I'm cool. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because you got, this is the all-star lineup. I mean, like, this is a coaching staff that's probably one of the best in the league.
Yeah, I would approve of that, but that's not happening.
Yeah, but it's not happening that. I mean, even if Baalke can bring in someone like Peterson and Spellman, you know what I'm saying? Then that's cool.
Still not enough.
But like, bro, like, job. If they tell you no, or like it's not good enough in the eyes of Rashad Khan, then you got to kick rocks, dude. Yeah. This is embarrassing though, man. I'm so over this team, bro. Like, I saw something about I forget who talked about it, but like they were talking about this city has no state income tax.
Yep. Warm weather.
And
they're building all these facilities because Shad Khan's funding it.
You have an owner that's trying to turn downtown completely around. Right? You had the most money in cap. You had the future in Trevor Lawrence.
Correct. All these draft picks.
And it's not the number one destination.
But you know why? Because of one man. And it's not Shad. It's not Shad's fault. It's Trent's fault. Obviously, Shad has that ownership over him. He's the boss at the end of the day. But
I think it is his fault.
I don't really blame Shad right now unless he retains Baalke. But that's still... We will see. But, everything's speculation right now.